All right, so obviously the 4th of July was this past weekend, and it was a pretty spectacular holiday. If you don't live in America, obviously you don't celebrate the 4th of July, but it's always a great day. So throughout the day, it was great. I hung out with family. We went to a cookout. That was really fun. But then we got home, and my son Nolan wanted to stream. So if you weren't aware, I have been streaming lately. I've been streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. So it was Saturday, so there was a power hour going on. So Nolan and I, we started the stream. We streamed for quite a long time. So normally on the 4th of July, you watch fireworks at night, but it was horrifically storming where I am. I'm talking thunder, lightning, downpours. It was awful. Winds. So a majority of the fireworks celebrations got canceled or moved to the next day, which was Sunday. However, one of my farmer neighbors decided to light fireworks right next to my barn. So if you weren't aware, I have a farm and I have tons of animals, including over 20 goats and horses and donkeys, etc. So animals, horses in particular, do not like loud noises. They spook at the smallest of things. I mean, a plastic bag could go by. If you're riding on a horse and a plastic bag just floats by, you're cooked because they spook and they rear up and they throw you off and they kick. It's scary. So imagine when fireworks are lit off and all those explosions. I mean, it is very traumatic. If you have dogs, you probably know what I'm talking about. I have a German Shepherd that is terrified of explosions. She jumps into the bathtub and cries. So as much as I love the 4th of July, I always am a little sad because the animals are just terrified all night long with all the explosions. So it was kind of good that it was raining and storming, but on the other hand, again, lightning and thunder scare the animals as well. Regardless, my neighbor decided to light professional fireworks. I'm talking like the $5,000 ones. I have no idea how they even afforded it. So I'm thinking, oh, great. I mean, this is going to be awful for the animals. So I put all my horses away. I put all the goats away. So everyone is stalled up or in their runs. Okay. So me and Nolan start the stream. Everything's going fine. But then the storm stops. And I'm thinking, uh-oh. Now that it stopped raining, people are going to start lighting off fireworks. So we're in the middle of the live stream, and my neighbor starts lighting them up. So again, he's right next to my barn. Now, I'm in a soundproof room, and I could hear the explosions. So during the stream, Nolan and I went outside to just be with the animals and make sure everything was okay. So during the stream, I left the stream on while we went outside, and you could literally hear the explosions and my dogs going crazy. So I just want to play you just like, I don't know, 15 to 20 seconds of what it sounded like while my stream was just on the screen. And again, I wasn't there because I was outside with the animals. But you can literally hear, I'll turn it up a bit, you can hear the explosions. And if you can hear them in a soundproof room inside the house, imagine what it sounded like to the animals outside, right next to it. So here you go, listen to this. So I thought it was going to last, I don't know, 5 minutes. It ended up lasting about 20 minutes. I kid you not, this probably cost the guy $10,000 because those fireworks are expensive. So my whole family's outside. We're in the barn trying to reassure all the animals as these loud explosions are just reverberating across the entire barn. I mean, it was deafening because we were right there under them. And then one of our horses starts scaling the walls in his stall. I've never seen a horse act like this. I mean, he's trying to escape desperately. Panic mode, 100% fight or flight. He's literally scaling the wall, jumping up as high as he can. We thought for sure he was going to get hurt. I mean, severely hurt. And there's nothing we could do. We were trying to reassure them all that it was going to be okay, but they're wild animals. I mean, us say, oh, it's okay, that's going to do nothing. But then stuff started raining down on the barn. It sounded like people were just chucking rocks at the top of my barn. And I'm thinking, what in the world is that? And then I realized it's the firework fragments. He's so close to me that as these explode in the air, they are raining debris down on top of my barn. Hot debris from the fireworks. And I'm thinking, oh, great. He's going to burn my barn down. We're going to have all these animals that we have no way to get out, and everyone's going to just get absolutely burned up. It's going to be awful. So I'm in the live chat because I was gone for like 20 minutes, and I just left AFK. I told everyone in my chat that I wasn't going to be gone that long, but I typed in the chat, I said, this guy's trying to burn my barn down. I'm going to go throw hands with him. So you can actually go back and look at the replay on that stream where I'm typing in the chat. I'm like, this guy is legit going to burn my barn down. So after what seemed like forever, he finally stopped. And I have no idea how much damage is done to my property, and luckily it had just rained. Otherwise, I bet he would have caught my whole farm fields on fire. Because usually it's dry, way dry on the 4th of July, but thankfully we had all that rain. So I go survey the damage in the morning, and there is just firework debris everywhere. And the noise that I heard hitting the top of my barn, I mean, I don't know much about fireworks, but there were these huge rock-like, I don't know, substance that would break off from the fireworks and just rain down. I mean, I can't imagine how hot those would be. If I had my horses out instead of stalled up, that stuff would have been raining down like comets raining on the dinosaurs. Fiery rocks raining from above. So I actually recorded a video just to show you. So take a look at this real quick. So here's all the debris we pulled. Let me just grab some of these and I'll show you. So these things are like rocks. Like, listen. These are hard. Like legit rocks. If I threw this at someone's face, it'd probably knock them out. So tons of these were everywhere. And this is what was raining down on the top of our barn. It sounded like someone was just throwing rocks. And of course these would be hotter than molasses, right? These were on fire. Of course you got the, whatever these things are. These were all over our pasture. So if the horses, imagine the horses were out. They would have been hit by the falling debris. They would have been hit by, would have been like the dinosaurs with the asteroids coming down on them. And like there's tops too. What the flip? But yeah, these were the most devastating parts because these are solid, like legit rocks. I don't even know what these, I mean, I don't know much about fireworks, but a whole bucket full of them. So pretty crazy. So all that stuff was scattered all over my pasture where the horses graze, and I had to pick it up because they might eat it. They could choke on that, they could die. But not to mention, like I said, if they were out, if we left them out, because they always say, like during tornadoes and severe storms, leave your horses out because they will panic and freak out inside a stall and hurt themselves. And the only reason we stalled them up during the fireworks is because I didn't want the horses running through the fence and freaking out and running away and we'd never catch them again. So that's the only reason we stalled them. But anyway, had the horses been out, yeah, all that debris, the hot, fiery debris would have been raining down all on top of them because it was all over my pasture. It was all over my fields. It was awful. So my wife said, never again. There will never be any fireworks anywhere near our place ever again. I mean, I knew that some kind of debris fell from fireworks, but I didn't realize they were like rocks. I mean, again, they were using like professional fireworks, so whatever's in those. But these were hard, rock-like objects that were raining down. It literally sounded like someone was dumping rocks on top of our barn. So it was one of the scariest 4th of Julys we've ever had. But then me and Nolan came back and we finished the stream and we won a few games. We played with some viewers as well. By the way, if you don't tune into some of my streams, pretty much every stream we do, Nolan and I draw randomly people to play with us. We played with so many random fans. It's always fun. So that's my 4th of July story. Holy smokes, was it a terrifying experience. I love fireworks, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, once you own animals, again, if you own dogs out there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But imagine a 1,000-pound horse freaking out the way a dog does. I mean, they don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on. You can't explain it to them that we're celebrating the 4th of July. They just hear the loud explosions and they panic. That's what they do. They panic. So luckily nobody got hurt because we were out there to try and calm down the one that was jumping on the walls and trying to run for his life. But had we not been out there, I can only imagine what would have happened. He probably would have got tangled up in his bucket and in his hay feeder and all that stuff because he was just scared to death. So always be mindful of animals on the 4th of July and any firework event because they don't know what's going on. So there you go. That's my 4th of July mishap. Almost burned the barn down and almost had some horrific injuries to my animals. Well, there you go. Let me know how your 4th of July went. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like as always, appreciate it. And don't forget to use my supporter creator code which is Tabor time.